I knew what to do, but I didn't do it. The years I spent procrastinating, and I would think of some super elaborate procrastination methods as well. I cram all the work in, mainly at the last minute. I did like a test online called a positive intelligence test, a really long questionnaire just talking about the ways in which you like self-sabotage. And what came up for me was the stickler, which basically means a person who is essentially like a perfectionist. I'll know what it is that I need to do. I usually know, like, I'm usually really good at strategizing and knowing what, in theory, I would need to do to reach a certain goal. I'm usually really good with that. Once I get into this cycle of thinking, man, for things to go as well as I want them to go, and for me to do as well as I want myself to do, like basically these impossible standards, it requires so much energy. So rather than do that, the procrastination had set in. Instead of do all that stuff, why don't I just, oh, hello, Oliver the Beagle YouTube channel. I'll watch a beagle yawn for 10 minutes, no problem. Like, it's like I'd rather do in the moment. I'd rather do that than face this really sort of heavy standards I place upon myself. Perfectionism, impossible standards, leading to procrastination and inaction, which over the span of time would eventually, as the deadline would approach, would become super intense, stressful work that I would actually hate. And then there'd be this sort of shame aspect. While I'd be working, there'd be this sort of tape loop of thoughts running in the background that are just self-critical, and they're just judging me non-stop. It's like, I should have done this shit. Why did I just let this get this? Why did I let it get this late again, etc.? And it just basically create this real negative experience of actually working on things. It'd be then this thing of like, okay, well, what happened last time was so shit that I don't want to repeat that again because I didn't enjoy it. So then it'd be like, never mind, I'll procrastinate some more. And that's how it becomes this cycle. I was even procrastinating on defining goals for myself, like a vision for my life that was really motivating for me personally, like things that I actually wanted in my life. I'd procrastinate on all the important stuff because it was difficult and it was intense and it demanded that I ask some important questions and make some real changes that are unrewarding immediately, that other people won't give me a pat on the back for, like the real work. I procrastinated on that for so long that if I'd have done this, say 5 years previous, if I'd have managed to tackle this problem at the source 5 years previous, then there's so many opportunities that would have been opened to me. And I'm not saying that from a place of regret. Like, I'm cool with the journey I've been on to lead to this point. Totally cool with it. But the fact still remains that if this had happened earlier, then there would have been loads of opportunities available. So, and I'm just glad I'm not doing it now as much, because there's opportunities that since I sorted this out have emerged. Like countless opportunities have come up as a result of fixing this. Things that have helped me most recently is just like the self-acceptance, reducing that super unrealistic expectations and pressure and standards, and reducing those, and making sure work is just a general part of what I do, so that I can actually enjoy it. And it's like a positive cycle that you have to just, you have to get yourself out of this rut, build momentum. I let go of this desire to make it on my own. I let go of this desire, this sort of pressure I was putting on myself to be this self-made success story, and embraced working with people. Working alongside people, and getting help from people, and joining communities and stuff of other people that had shared goals and shared visions and whatnot. Other people who could sort of hold me accountable to myself, because it's like I was happy to procrastinate behind closed doors. That's like the whole procrastination and shame cycle thing. It's like, I'm okay to do it, I'll procrastinate all day, but it's safe when no one can see you. But when you're a part of a team, and that team has a shared goal, and those other people on the team can sort of reflect you back to yourself, that seemed to move the needle. My name is Oliver Cowlishaw and I am part of Icario.